built a network around the world, quantum machines that never sleep, recording every random number while consciousness runs deep. Princeton eggs and Harvard minds monitoring the global soul, waiting for the moments when emotion takes control. September 11th came and went, the data spiked so high. They measured all our trauma while we watched the towers die. 45 days later came the Patriot Act to pass. The use of our own heartbreak to put us behind glass. They're measuring the harvest, counting every tear, turning pain into permission, manufacturing fear. Every crisis is a data point, every scream a chart. They're quantifying consciousness, monetizing the human heart, measuring the harvest, harvest of our souls. While we think we're feeling freely, they're achieving their control. The Global Consciousness Project with the random number generators, claiming they detect the field of planetary communicators. But who's interpreting the data when the algorithms spike? Harvard-educated experts telling us what trauma's like. The odds are 1 in trillion that this happened by pure chance, so they use our measured mourning to enhance surveillance. Every tragedy's a treasure trove of consciousness research, feeding human anguish through their academic church. They're measuring the harvest, counting every tear, turning pain into permission, manufacturing fear. Every crisis is a data point, every scream a chart. They're quantifying consciousness, monetizing the human heart, measuring the harvest, harvest of our souls. While we think we're feeling freely, they're achieving their control. Institute of Noetic Science, that sounds so pure and bright, but who funds the research into consciousness and light? The same foundation, same old name, same money, same control, studying the human spirit to harvest and patrol. Cambridge, Oxford, Yale, and Princeton cranking out the PhDs to legitimize the data that brings us to our knees. NGO money flowed to paid agitators on the street. George Floyd riots, BLM, Antifa's beat. Soros-funded chaos makers stirring up the pain, while they measure our reactions to expend their reign. But now we have a president who's fighting back the swamp, trying to drain the system while the deep state wants to stop. Deep state creates the crisis, measures the response, interprets the results, uses our emotions as the evidence that insults our intelligence and freedom. You're too scared to think straight. We need more surveillance for security's sake. Then use our collective trauma to justify more chains, while academic experts validate our psychic pains. They're measuring the harvest, counting every tear, turning pain into permission, manufacturing fear. Every crisis is a data point, every scream a chart. They're quantifying consciousness, monetizing the human heart, measuring the harvest, harvest of our souls. While we think we're feeling freely, they're achieving their control. But what if we stopped feeding them our emotional response? What if we saw through the game and didn't take the bait not once? They need our trauma to justify the systems they create. Without our measured heartbreak, they can't manipulate. The data that gives permission for more laws and more control stops flowing when we realize we're in charge of our own soul. Conscious leaders rising up can see through their disguise. Trump's fighting the same system that we're learning to despise. Stop feeding them the harvest. Keep your tears for your own healing. Don't give them the data points that leave you reeling. Every crisis is a choice point. Every fear a chance to see that consciousness aware of itself is truly free. Measure your own harvest. Tend your own soul's garden. Don't let them use your feelings to make your freedom harden. The harvest belongs to you, not their control. When you witness without reacting, you starve the machine. When you feel without feeding them, you keep your conscience clean. The consciousness they're measuring belongs to you alone. Time to take back